I want to start this video off by saying I love Arrowhead and I love Helldivers. I have been a player that has been around for far longer than most people. I was there from a level on Creek. I was there for the review bomb and every single step of Helldivers development. I love this game dearly, but I've found criticisms. If you think you're cooler than me, you're not. I've been around longer than you, so don't say I'm not OG. This is my list of problems with Helldivers, starting with, the devs don't understand their game and they never have, being in love with the idea of a grunt fantasy instead of a good arcade shooter like the millions of players wanted. This grunt fantasy idea leads to the fact that they have had to nerf every gun in the game no matter what at least one time. The rail cannon, the slugger, the arc thrower, the mechs, the firebreaker, and so many more. If it's a Helldivers gun, it's seen a nerf at least one time in its life. Even then, many of the new guns and weapons feel undercooked and barely usable. Tell me, when was the last time you heard a Helldiver say their favorite gun was something like the Pacifier, Accelerator Rifle, or the Amendment? Never, because most of these weapons were made poorly for player use, which is looping again back to the stupid grunt fantasy idea they have. On launch of the game, the two enemy factions felt relatively balanced and fair. They had their kinks, no doubt. The bots had way too many rockets, and the bugs had way too many hunters. But even after all this time, they didn't fix any of that. The ragdoll from the rockets is still a problem with the War Strider, which now they have to fix that instead of the actual problems of the game. And the rupture strain is the biggest downfall in gaming history. It's a terrible strain. No one likes it. You fucked it up so bad. This is a very big one. There is a lack of purpose to major orders now. I can't tell you what we were doing last MO because we didn't do anything. I remember when we would fight MOs for the choice of new items, stratagems, and weapons in the game, but now all we get is nothing because you already have 250 medals. You already have the max. So when you do an MO, you don't get anything, and then you just wait to steamroll their next battle pass. It's boring, it doesn't give you anything cool, and it doesn't make you want to play the game. The item shop now has weapons in it for some reason. At the time of recording, half of all melee weapons come from the item shop, 1 pistol, and 2 or 3 primaries, meaning more farming for the players who want these items, and more money from the players who want them bad. Arrowhead said a long time ago how they would never sell items in the shop like this, yet here we are. On the topic of melee, it is hands down the worst system in the game, dealing no real damage and having next to no heavy pen, being nothing but a negative to bring in instead of something like a handgun. Why would I stand next to the enemy with my toothpick and poke at them and die instead of trying to kill them from a distance with a handgun? The fact that I'm in the enemy's face is the balance, not the damage of my knife. It should be doing more damage. It's a useless system. Arrowhead has left the game in a state of nothing for long periods of time in the past, and they will do so in the future. As of writing this, the last Warbond was September 4th, being the Dust Devils Warbond. It was a great Warbond. However, the next Warbond is set to come out on the 2nd of December, being almost 90 days since a real content drop has hit Helldivers. Speaking of lack of content, the reason why is because the devs need to kill all progress towards the game in every single month in order to either fix things that people didn't like or just fix the game in general. This is a terrible thing to do to Helldivers, however, because Helldivers is a live service game. Whenever they take a 60-day break to fix something, that means 60 days of nothing. Whenever they take a 90-day break to fix something, that means 90 days of no real content for a live service game. It kills all hype for Helldivers. And even then, whenever they say they are fixing things, they either hide the truth of what they're doing, or they lie to you about the stats. Every single update, I've had to look up a YouTube video in order for somebody else to tell me what the hell happened in it, because they do not clarify their updates good. On the topic of clarity, Helldivers is terrible at being clear of what their updates do without having you to go to their Discord or go look up a YouTube video. Every single time an update drops, I need to look up Cloud Plays, Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, or some other guy from the creator program in order to figure out what the hell the update did, because they do not have it in the game. It would be nice to have a patch notes section somewheres in Helldivers, so that way I do not have to look up YouTube videos before I play your update. Please. The devs of Helldivers can never seem to get themselves out of controversy. Things like the Sony login crisis, the servers being full on launch, the mismanagement of the community, silence from the developers, a creator program that kicks out a member over small dispute and doesn't let somebody in just because. It's stupid, and Helldivers needs to fix these problems. You cannot stop getting in trouble, so you're gonna look bad. My final complaint is the fact that I cannot see what the guns do in the game. Every single time whenever I look at a gun, it only tells me like 4 things that are so easy to tell that should be basic. I want more stats on my guns. I need to know exactly what they do, exactly their penetration, not just medium pen. The systems in this game are so goddamn complex, yet no one tells you about it. It's stupid. Please, Arrowhead, fix these issues. It's really goddamn annoying.